aiming to stay that way. We send it inside to Mike Hansen to get this 155-pound bout underway.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the APFC lightweight division, sponsored by Silk Exotic. And your referee in charge is Rob Madrigal. And now, introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing black, he stands 5 feet 8 inches tall. Official weight, 152 pounds. He comes in tonight with a record, 2 victories, with 1 defeat, fighting out of Fort Wayne, Indiana, Josue Sotero. And across the cage, his opponent fighting out of the red corner, wearing black, trimmed with yellow. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall. Official weight, 154.8 pounds. He comes in tonight with a record, 1 victory with no defeats, fighting out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Luis Guevara.
Josue Sotero, early opportunity to play upset city here in Milwaukee.
Here we have Luis Guevara from Milwaukee, 1-0, 22 years of age, a bit of a young starter, but very experienced at Rufus Sport, 5'11", 154.8 pounds versus Sotero.
Who's 20 years young. He is 2 years younger, 5'8", I think is what it had. Who knows? It's over and underway. 2:55 on the clock. Early shot right there from Sotero puts the Rufus Sport incumbent up against the cage, David.
Came out firing right away, put his opponent back against the cage. There's not much of a better way to start a fight.
Big left hook cross combination right there from Sotero. Beautiful leg kick and raises the guard. Seems like he is offensively and defensively cognizant through the first 30.
Sotero just coming out throwing bombs. I like the hook. I like the uppercut that I saw. And just seems to be the aggressor.
Beautiful work right from Sotero early. This is pedal to the metal in round number 1 as he gracefully grounds the Rufus Sport fighter in Luis Guevara.
That was a beautiful takedown. Was fighting up top a little bit, then changed levels right away and got the takedown. Now he's on his opponent's back here, Ben.
Bad news for the Rufus Sport fighter. Can Guevara kind of inch himself out of it? You can see Sotero falling off to the right side, but there's the adjustment. Right hand potentially under the chin. Now trying to post. Great work by Sotero.
Guevara back up to his feet here, still in the fight. Was in a little bit of a bad position, but now we're back here square in the center of the cage.
1:45 on the clock. You can see Sotero tried big with that head kick. Now, takedown attempt, not there. Excellent work by Guevara.
Guevara, very elusive in his head movement and the way he throws his strikes. I look to see him maybe look to counter his opponent. His opponent's aggressive. He has great head movement. Look to counter and maybe attack. That seems to be his game plan so far.
Excellent shot by Sotero, but Guevara rolling out of it. Back take by Sotero. These guys are just flowing at 100% through round number 1.
Position, 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 man. I mean, it's hard to kind of keep up, man. It's just like 2 pit bulls just going at each other.
That right arm is deep under the chin. Oh, Sotero unable to clasp the hands, and Guevara escapes out of it.
What I like from Guevara is he's very poised. Have you noticed through all of these positions, and like the expression on his face hasn't changed the entire fight. Very stoic.
Which is almost expected. Somebody fighting out of a gym as accredited as Rufus Sport. I can't imagine the training camp and preparation he's gone through for this opportunity here tonight.
Yeah, he probably feels like he's definitely been in trouble a time or two just getting those rounds at Rufus Sport.
Sotero still pushing the pace late in round number 1, 30 seconds remain. Seems like he's been a little bit ahead by just a fraction of a step, David.
Yeah, his intensity and just coming forward and just doing it, just throwing the punches, just looking for the shots. I think that's putting him ahead.
Once again, Sotero goes high with that head kick. Bad intentions written all over that leg.
Ooh, nice shot right down the middle by Guevara. You saw he took the shot, kept his hands out there. Don't let that be mistaken. He's not just holding his hands out there. He's gauging distance, and that's what gave him that shot there. He was keeping his opponent in his striking range.
Final frames of round number 1. You can see Guevara coming alive, but Sotero did such great work. Let's take a quick look at the replay. David Evans, walk me through this.
Right here we have like Sotero just being the aggressor, coming forward, uppercut, hooks, marching forward, keeping his head down, that Mexican fighting spirit as we kind of spoke forward to. Guevara being patient, relaxed, more so picking his shots, landed some shots there, made his opponent miss. This has been a back-and-forth fight, but I definitely have to give it to Sotero, man, just from the intensity and sheer volume and just the dynamics, the fighting, the wrestling, the striking, just everything. I liked it.
Gotta love Luis Guevara with that sort of Superman punch at the end of that extended combination.
Man, that was a beautiful shot, and that's what they're known for at Rufus Sport, man. They will find a shot from anywhere.
We'll see if he goes airborne again. Round number 2 between Josue Sotero and Luis Guevara is underway.
Let's see if Sotero can keep up that pace that he had and build off of that first round he had.
Guevara trying to time those leg kicks and fire that left hand. You can see Sotero again just relying on that pressure and the pace. Excellent connection from Sotero.
Beautiful job from Sotero, working the body, going body head, that old school boxing mentality there. Body head, and just keeps marching forward.
Despite the damage, Guevara's expression still has not changed, David.
It has not changed, man. I don't know. I wish I could be as cool as that, man. You should see me watching this fight right now.
We're going through a lot of emotions here, cage side.
Guevara doing a good job, man, just keeping his range, just peppering the shots, not overcommitting.
Ooh. Bit of a low blow right there. Unintentional, of course, right when Sotero's coming in on a takedown. Guevara lands a bit of a kick.
You know, you kind of get that a lot when you're a pressure fighter and you're constantly marching forward. I've dealt with it quite a bit in my career. You know, when you're marching forward, you're marching forward. All your opponent has to do, their only thing they can do is throw something up there, and sometimes it's an eye poke, sometimes it's a groin shot. It's never intentional. But when you're just marching into the fire like that, it happens.
Josue Sotero seems like he's all good. Guevara getting a slight warning from the referee, nods his head in agreement. Again, all unintentional, but these next few strikes have a lot of intentionality behind it, David.
Guevara, the southpaw here, just keeping that lead hand out. He's going to look for his opponent to come in and throw that left hand right down the middle or the left kick.
Oh, big right connection from Sotero. Lot of power in his punches.
Just nothing but grit, man. I love the mentality I'm seeing from him, man. Just power, grit, intensity moving forward. I mean, you think about an MMA fighter, that's what you think of.
137 left in round number 2. Guevara getting going with the kicks upstairs. Seems like he's exiting the pocket with his hands just a touch low, in my opinion, David.
More so bringing his chin up, too. I like that he has his hands out like he does, measuring distance, and that's something that Duke Rufus teaches quite a bit. But, yeah, if he keeps that chin high, he'll get clipped, and we just kind of saw he got caught by a shot there.
70 seconds remain in round number 2. Sotero taking a couple deeper breaths. Potentially all of that high pace, energy and action is wearing on the gas tank.
Guevara coming forward. I like the little nuances in his defenses here. I'm kind of a weird as a fighter. I like to see people make people miss, but we have to follow up and we have to counter. I think if Guevara makes that adjustment, he could pull out this round.
A little bit of theatrics with the strikes as well, sort of circling the hands before the uppercut and dancing around a little bit. I like the showmanship from Guevara so far. 38 seconds remain in round number 2.
Very fluid are his strikes, very beautiful to watch. I mean, win or lose, I'm impressed.
That was a potential fight ender from Josue Sotero, though. You gotta be mindful exiting the pocket.
Sotero marching forward, getting his opponents back against the cage. That's where he had early success in that first round. Got him thinking up top, went low, got the takedown. Maybe he looks to go back to that.
Round number 2 comes to a close with Josue Sotero pushing the pressure, grinding his opponent against the cage. Can he get the takedown? We can't.
Bit of a closer contested round there. I think I still have to go with Sotero a little bit. Just once again, the pressure, the intensity, I think he landed more strikes. And when he had his moment to just let go, he did every time. Guevara was looking to counter. His counters were beautiful to watch. I'm a Floyd Mayweather fan. Like, I love to see people make people miss. However, here we have it, just Sotero coming forward, touching the body, little Mike Tyson-esque there, if you will, and just keeping pressure, forward pressure on his opponent.
Head down, just ripping hooks. Who cares where they land type mentality.
I still don't think I saw an eyebrow raise from Guevara. Not even
He's thinking
Give
about
me something.
He's thinking about the English homework he has.
Like, are
when
you
he wraps up this
in
fight.
a fight or no? Are you just so comfortable here? It's just I'm amazed.
His mind is on the math problems that he has from his algebra class. Again, each guy 22 and 20 respectively. These are some young guns in the game, David.
Very much so. I mean, just from what I see so far, I look forward to where both of these guys are going to go in the future.
Round number 3 between Guevara and Sotero. The hometown kid, Luis Guevara, really flowing early in the first 10 seconds.
Guevara now coming forward. I'm liking that, and I think that's going to aid to his striking ability, which we saw mostly in this fight. He's been on the back foot, but when he lands, he lands. If he pressures forward, I think that'll put a little bit of pressure on his opponent and maybe cause his opponent to open up a little bit.
Sotero definitely needs to find some solutions. Big misses from Sotero, but this is where he gets his best work off, right against the cage.
I love how he sneaks in that uppercut as he's coming in. You know, he's not just coming in head down the middle. As we saw in the last fight, you know, Hellenkamp, or I forget his name, excuse me, he kind of paid for just rushing in with his head down. Sotero's coming in, but he's coming in and bringing the fire with him.
You got to punch your way into the pocket. And this is great for Sotero in what has been a pretty close fight all around. If he can control and just be in the driver's seat, the judges have no choice but to side with him.
Looked like there may have been an inadvertent maybe eye poke there.
Each guy seems to be fine. Just under 2 minutes remain in this 155-pound affair. Sotero, once again, 2-1. Guevara, 1-0.
Guevara marching forward this round, peppering shots. Perhaps he's looking to set up a kill shot.
Oh! Big shot downstairs to the eggs. Sotero not liking that one.
I mean, that definitely doesn't feel pretty. He may want to take all 5 minutes here if he can. You know, if anything, it's going to help him recover a bit too. Here we have the replay. Despite the previous round, Guevara being the one coming forward, and boom, he threw that inside leg kick. We get that a lot when you have southpaw orthodox. It wasn't intentional. Again, it's just you mean to throw it on the inside of the thigh, it slides up.
It was a beautifully set up low blow with that slap to the guard and then kick right into the crotch. Gotta love that work right there from Guevara. I'm
loving the little details that I'm seeing in Guevara's stand-up, man. And once again, a testament to his crew there, Rufus Sport, Duke Rufus, Scott Richmond.
Here it is. Once again, got another angle. Boom. Eggs getting jostled in round number 3 between Sotero and Guevara. Sotero seems to have recovered. Seems like he's got his wits about him.
I expect to see Sotero be a little more fired up than maybe he has been after that foul. That's probably a little motivated.
Get that one back.
Just, here's this uppercut. I look for him to come in behind that right hand, get in that short punching range, and just let go.
High caliber action here between these lightweights. 90 seconds remain to decide it. As expected, Sotero pushing the pressure and trying to force his way into the pocket.
A Superman punch by Sotero, and a little talking action. He is a little bit fired up, but getting back to the game plan, just staying in his opponent's chest.
Guevara blinking off that exchange now, forcing Sotero to the side. Beautiful movement by Sotero, circling out, getting the bite. That's not what you want to see, though, David.
No, so Guevara, you know, he lost the last 2 because of his intensity. He needs to pick it up just a little bit. He needs to do everything he's doing, just take it up about 2 to 3 notches.
Shots on the inside, good control. Sotero separated once again. Seems like one
went low. I think it just glanced off his opponent's elbow. You know, they're sweaty. The punches just kind of roll at time. His opponent doing a good job shelling up, and the punch just glances and goes down.
Who knows if Josue Sotero will be able to have kids when this one is done. And the referee's taken a point. Wow, that has some big implications on this lightweight affair.
Guevara is in a position now where his back is against the wall. He has to finish to win the fight, essentially.
In my opinion, these last 40 seconds are do or die for Guevara.
And he realizes it, coming forward, sticking to his technique, and just looking for his shots.
Sotero trying to get the grappling going. I think he understands if I can survive to the scorecards, I will get my potential low blow. Guevara trying to say, it's time.
Guevara keeping the pressure on. He's throwing that left hand down the middle. What he needs to do is switch it up and maybe bring an uppercut. Because as he throws, his opponent's going to look to go under for the shot.
Sotero has timed that shot quite well. Final 10 seconds here, and Guevara just unable to make the magic happen in the closing stretch.
Got it.
Sotero hanging on here, just burning the clock. I mean, being smart here. You know, this is the last round. He got the point taken away. This fight is generally in the bag as long as he doesn't get finished.
You know, we talked about the enhanced experience of Josue Sotero at 2-1. He ended the second round by shooting in and holding Guevara against the cage, repeats that in the third. We talk about IQ.
Oh,
this
man,
seems
yes.
like a high IQ player.
Yes, that's definitely someone that's experienced in the game. You make those little maneuvers. You know when to clinch. You know when to punch. You know when to be safe. You know when to go for it. And we saw all of that from Sotero, man. Just right here in the replays, his aggressiveness, constantly coming forward, throwing punches and bunches, looking to get in his opponent's chest, get to his shot, or look for a huge punch.
He made it as dirty as it could possibly be, representing Mexico in excellent fashion. And with that point deduction in round number 3, I got to imagine the judges are going to go with Josue Sotero.
Yeah, I don't think this fight can go either way. I think Sotero definitely lived up to the Mexican fighting spirit.
Gotta feel bad for the formerly undefeated Luis Guevara, entered here 1-0, but just a set of circumstances that were unintentional on all parties.
Very much so. I liked everything I saw from the kid. I mean, he did everything right. The only thing is just the pace and the intensity, but that's an easy fix. And I can imagine going from this fight, he's going to carry that with him into the gym and into the training. If I know anything about his coaches, they're going to talk about that. They're going to preach on that. And we'll probably see a better Guevara the next go around.
If there is any gym that will reference this fight and find all of the opportunities for enhanced ability moving forward, it'd be Rufus Sport.
Yeah, shout out to Duke Rufus, Scott Cushman, Christopher Wright over there handling the jiu-jitsu, a phenomenal camp, and a phenomenal example of what they do there here tonight from Guevara, but tonight was Sotero's night.
We send it inside to veteran ring announcer Mike Hansen to get this decision underway.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the scorecards for decision. And our first judge scored the contest 28-28 even. Our other 2 judges both scored the contest 29-27 for your winner by a majority decision, Josue Sotero.
Not a lot of love for Sotero tonight, but by all accounts did a fantastic job pushing the pace, working the striking, and just like we talked about, knew when to do what, David Evans?
Exactly. I mean, you came here, you fought in enemy territory.